This tea actually smells much nicer than yesterday's. He's 80 years old and still taking in concubines. Old Master Li's health is really something. Oh, it gets even better. That girl was originally involved with Old Master Li's great-grandson, the one who loves visiting brothels. She was actually the fourth young master's lover, but somehow, the old master ended up setting his eyes on her. Imagine the great-grandfather and grandson bumping into each other in the estate now. Honestly, the Li family's drama is nothing compared to. The real scandal is with the Wang family on the east side of town. Just a few days ago, they actually welcomed a set of twins. And everyone in the Wang family is sticking to the exact same story. They claim the old lady was so devoted in her prayers to Buddha, that she moved the heavens, and was blessed with this miracle. But wait, her old man, hasn't he been dead for 10 years now? As for where this blessing actually came from, well, only the Buddha knows. Today's outing was definitely worth it. Pei Zijing, a transmigrator, in his past life, he choked on a watermelon seed, and when he opened his eyes again, he had become the only son of the second household in the Weiyuan Marquis estate. And so, 18 years have quietly passed. System, pull up the panel. Gathering gossip isn't easy. Little Pei sighs. As massive as this capital city is, if you want to get your hands on fresh, juicy gossip every single day, it's tough. Second young master. Second young master, I finally found you. You need to head to the Shin estate right away. It's an absolute emergency. I finally found you. You need to head to the Shin estate right away. It's an absolute emergency. Did they say what it is about? I really don't know, master. The messenger was extremely tight-lipped. They only said it was of the utmost urgency. The Marquis, the Marchioness, the second master, and the second mistress, have all already headed over to the Shin residence. The two daughters of the Shin family, and the two sons of the Marquis' household, their wedding dates are just around the corner. I, who usually just love to watch the drama from the sidelines, am I actually about to become the main character of the drama myself? Mother. Since everyone is here now. As for today's matter, how exactly should we handle it? Both of our families still need to come together and discuss how to proceed. Lord Marquis, since this happened in the Shin household, it is due to my own lack of discipline. I must apologize first. But why would the heir show up in my daughter's private quarters, and how did things end up in such a state? I ask that you give us a clear explanation. This concerns the reputation of the Shin family. If it is not handled properly, I'm afraid both of our families will lose face completely, and become the laughingstock of the entire town. You rebellious son. Do you even realize your mistake? Father, Ningyue and I are truly in love. I beg you, Father, Uncle Shen, please grant us your blessing. She is your second brother's betrothed. The Pei family's honor has been utterly disgraced by you, but that engagement was arranged by our elders. It was never my wish. Ningyue and I love each other. Why can't we be together? Lord Marquis, no matter what the mistake, it is all my fault. The heir and I simply could not control our feelings. I know I have betrayed my engagement to the second young master, and I have no words to defend myself. Please, Marquis, I beg of you. But love is like vines wrapping around a tree. Please, grant us your blessing. You disgraceful child. Our Shin family has always been one of honor and virtue. Yet we raised such a shameless daughter like you. Such a shameless daughter like you. Please calm down, Lord Shen. What is done is done. They have already crossed the line. Blaming them now will change nothing. Our only option now is to find a way to resolve this properly. Since Miss Shen and my son are mutually devoted to one another, I can allow her to enter the Marquis' household. But she can only enter as a concubine. As for Ninghuan, and her original engagement to Ling'er, this matter has deeply wronged her. Regarding the marriage, I will leave the final decision entirely up to Ninghuan. If she is unwilling to proceed, the Marquis' household will accept her choice without question, and we will prepare a generous offering, to show our deepest apologies. But if she is still willing, the future matriarch of this estate will still be her and her alone. This is a promise I solemnly make before everyone here. Ninghuan. This concerns your lifelong happiness. As your father, I want to hear what you think. Since fate has played its trick, and what is done, a forced marriage will never bring happiness. In my humble opinion, why don't we just make the best of this situation? Let us swap the marriages. This girl certainly has a keen eye. Yuer, do you truly not regret this? Mother, you don't understand. The path I have chosen for myself is the only true path to power and glory. The Marquis' estate is a place of strict rules and high status. If you sneak in using a scheme like this, how could the matriarch, Lady Li, ever treat you with respect? So what if I have to pay my respects? It is only temporary. Pei Xiling is destined for greatness. Within 10 years, he will surely achieve glorious military triumphs, and be appointed great general, earning the title of the Duke of Weigua. And all I need to do, is to hold the heir's heart firmly in my hands, give birth to his eldest son, and being promoted to the official wife will be just a matter of time. You err. How can you be so absolutely sure? You err. How can you be so sure? Mother, the path your daughter has chosen can never go wrong. You just wait and see. Once your daughter becomes the Duchess, I will bring you out of the Shen Manor with all the honor and glory you deserve. To think that after being reborn, all you have learned is how to climb into a man's bed, how to manipulate men, and how to scheme and fight. In that tiny, suffocating corner of the inner courtyard, what a truly foolish little sister I have. Well, I wish you luck. Just look at this grand dowry. He is only a son from the second branch of the family, yet they put on such an incredible show. The Shen family must truly adore their daughter. What do you know? The grander it is, the more it proves how much the Shen family treasures this girl. Once she joins her husband's family, no one will dare to treat her with the slightest disrespect. This is how they show everyone she has a powerful family backing her up. Why does she get all of this? My lady, we have arrived. Brother Xiling, I've made you suffer so much. I will surely make it up to you in the future. Grandmother, your grandson, and your granddaughter-in-law, are here to pay our respects to you. Rise, both of you. I, Shen Ninghuan, your granddaughter-in-law, respectfully offer this tea to you, grandmother. May grandmother enjoy endless blessings, longevity, and good health, and remain as strong and evergreen as the pines. Good child, now that you have married into the Pei family, you are officially one of us. I hope you and Sijing will always treat each other with love and mutual respect, and manage our household in harmony. I will keep your words in mind, grandmother. Good child, if Sijing ever dares to mistreat you in the future, just tell Dad. I'll beat him up for you. Huaner, you've been wronged. This is your home now. Mother will protect you, no matter what. No one will ever dare to mistreat you here. This is your home now. Mother will protect you, no matter what. No one will ever dare to mistreat you here. I, Shen Ningyue, your granddaughter-in-law, respectfully offer tea to you, grandmother. Since you have entered this household, you must know your place and behave yourself. Never forget your status. Yes, grandmother, since you entered this house with the rights of a concubine, you must understand your place. The Marquis mansion has its rules, and the heir's courtyard has its own decorum. Before long, this household will find a proper official wife for Xiling. Once his official wife marries in, you must strictly keep to your place as a concubine, and never overstep your boundaries, not even by a fraction. This concubine understands. Just being able to stay by Brother Xiling's side, I am already more than content. I would never dare to ask for anything more. Mother, Ningyue, hold your tongue. Look at the foolish things you've done, and you still have the nerve to speak. Since this matter is already settled, there is no need to say another word. The Marquis estate cannot handle any more chaos. A restless household, and brothers turning against each other is the beginning of a family's ruin. I am old now, and I only want some peace and quiet, to live out my days in comfort, and die in peace. But if anyone dares to ruin the peace of my final years. Are you hungry? You've been busy running around all day. I doubt you've had a chance to eat anything. Here, have a little bite first. It is delicious. Bound by our marriage vows, may our hearts be united forever. My wife. I only hope my husband will be gentle with me. Sleep a little longer. It is still early, but we should get up. Today we must pay our respects and serve tea to grandmother, father, and mother. It would be bad if we were late. Yes, you are right, we should get up. Eldest brother, second brother, sister-in-law, my lord heir. What are you looking at, sister? No. Nothing, I just thought. Sister, looks exceptionally radiant today. You must have slept very well last night. As do you, sister, though, the dark circles under your eyes are rather noticeable. Did you not sleep well last night? It is a new place, after all. It is only natural to feel restless. Did you not sleep well last night? It is a new place, after all. It is only natural to feel restless. It is getting late. We shouldn't keep grandmother waiting. Enjoy your little moment of glory, Shen Ninghuan. We'll see who has the last laugh. Greetings, father. Your son-in-law pays his respects. Father-in-law, please, rise. It must have been a tiring journey. Auntie, father, sister, brother-in-law. You have come a long way. Why don't we head inside first before we catch up? Sijing, since you have read so many of these classics, have you ever considered taking the imperial examinations to enter office? As a son-in-law of the Shen family, I do not expect you to become a high-ranking official or a lord, but as a husband, you must at least have the means to make a living, and the strength to protect your wife and children. Your words are wise, father-in-law. Your son-in-law will keep them close to heart. I will certainly study with all my diligence, and never let your expectations down. Father. It's getting late. Why aren't you resting yet? Ming Xian. Tell me, by letting Huana marry into the second branch, did we do her an injustice, or did we actually do what was best for her? From what I've seen of my sister, her complexion today seemed even better than when she was living here at home, and Sijing is so thoughtful and attentive toward her. At the very least, it's far better than marrying the prince's heir. I always used to feel that a concubine's second branch was beneath our Huana. If she had to live under someone else's shadow, treading carefully with every single step, it would have stifled her true talents and potential. While the second branch may lack power, they certainly don't lack wealth, and her in-laws are kind and easygoing. Her husband is gentle and kind. With Huana being there, she might actually have room to stretch her wings. Perhaps it is the will of heaven. Swapping this marriage might not be a bad thing for Huana after all. I have a favor to ask of you, sister. Sister. I left the capital a few days ago to investigate a case, and ran into a bit of a puzzle. This case is bizarre to the extreme. I have gone over it again and again for days, but I still feel like a key piece of the puzzle is missing. If you've run into a difficult case, brother, shouldn't you consult father first? If you've run into a difficult case, brother, shouldn't you consult father first? Why on earth would you come and ask a sheltered woman like me? Huana, you know what I'm like. All these years, people have been whispering behind my back that I only got this position because I'm the eldest son of the Shen family, and that's the only reason I have a place in the Court of Judicial Review. This case is the first one I've handled entirely on my own. I don't want to go running to father for help before I've even gotten to the bottom of it, and I certainly don't want those sly old foxes at the office to make a laughingstock out of me. In the entire imperial court, those I can truly open up to and discuss things with are very few indeed, and when it comes to finding inspiration for a bizarre case like this, after thinking it over and over, you are the only one I could think of. Very well, then, since you're the one asking, brother, go ahead and tell me. A few days ago, Chen Qiming, the governor of Yunyang, was found dead in his home. The door to his study was locked from the inside, and the windows were shut tight. A locked room? Exactly. The door was bolted from the inside with a bronze latch. The latch was completely undamaged. The windows were all locked from the inside. The window paper was entirely intact. Inside the room, apart from Chen Qiming's own footprints, there was no trace of a second person. Before Chen Qiming died, he had a fierce argument with Vice Governor Zhao Wenhuan. Zhao Wenhuan, around 5:45 in the evening, left the prefecture office. Chen Qiming died around 8 in the evening. Why did they argue? 6 months ago, Chen Qiming submitted an official petition, impeaching Zhao Wenhuan for embezzling the river control funds. 6 months ago, Chen Qiming submitted an official petition, impeaching Zhao Wenhuan for embezzling the river control funds. Although it fell through due to a lack of evidence, the two of them have held a bitter grudge ever since. Zhao Wenhuan has a motive, and he has the time, being there so close to the time of the murder, but we don't have the concrete evidence to nail him down. So, you arrested Zhao Wenhuan just to hold and question him temporarily. He adamantly denies it, and we have no hard evidence. This case has dragged on for 7 or 8 days now. The higher-ups are pressing us hard. This case has several suspicious points. For an official like Zhao Wenhuan, being impeached is completely normal. Since he didn't get into trouble because of it, why would he go so far as to wage a life-and-death feud with Chen Qiming? Besides, he insists that on that night, they were merely discussing routine matters. Though there was some friction, they absolutely never came to blows. If Zhao Wenhuan really did commit the crime, how could he possibly have locked the room from the inside when he left? You are absolutely right, sister. I think so too. I'd like to see Zhao Wenhuan myself. Lord Shen, here again. My statement remains the same. Chen Kun's death has absolutely nothing to do with me. Lord Zhao, I have brought an advisor with me today, who wishes to ask you a few questions. Another interrogation. These people from the Court of Judicial Review They just keep asking the same questions over and over. Now that Chiming is dead, and they can't catch the real killer, they just want to make me their scapegoat. In their dreams, what is it you want to ask, Lord Shen? Ask away. In their dreams, what is it you want to ask, Lord Shen? Ask away. I shall tell you everything I know. On the day of the incident, why did you and Commander Chen have an argument? It was about the river management funds. 6 months ago, Governor Chen accused me of embezzlement, but there was never any proof. I accounted for every last bit of those funds. We were simply discussing the budget allocation for this autumn's flood prevention. He insisted on cutting the budget for the river works, but I argued that with the flood season coming, we couldn't afford any cuts. That is how we ended up in a deadlock. You left at 5:45 in the evening, is that correct? That is correct. After I left, I went straight home. My butler, the gatekeeper, and even the courier who came to deliver some samples, and the county coroner himself, I suppose none of them can serve as proof. After I returned home, until dawn the next morning, I never stepped foot outside my door again. Lord Zhao, was Governor Chen known to suffer from depression? And you are, Lord Zhao, just answer the question. Governor Chen, over the past 6 months, has indeed been quite depressed. His wife passed away last year, and he has no children to comfort him. On top of that, with the imperial evaluation coming up, his performance has been mediocre at best, which puts a lot of pressure on him. But what does this have to do with the case? Well, sister. Did you notice anything? Zhao Wenhuan is not the killer. Are you really that sure, sister? His conscience is clear. When he mentioned Chen Qiming, there was only regret and helplessness in his voice, without a single shred of guilt or fear. More importantly, what kept running through his mind was, without a single shred of guilt or fear. More importantly, what kept running through his mind was, how to cooperate with the investigation, and clear his name as soon as possible, not how to cover things up, or how to escape punishment. A killer would never think this way, but if it wasn't him, how did this locked room come to be? I need to think about it. What are you thinking about, my dear? Are you tired from today? My brother asked me to look into a case, and I just can't seem to make sense of it yet. What kind of case? Tell me about it. Maybe your husband can help you figure it out. There is only one truth. The deceased, Chen Qiming, was not murdered. He committed suicide, but the knife was stabbed from his back, all the way to the hilt. How could he have possibly done that to himself? This is exactly where the victim's brilliant design lies. People are trapped in their usual way of thinking, believing a stab in the back must be someone else's doing. But what if the victim took a block of ice, froze the hilt of a dagger inside it, and placed it right where he planned to fall? Once he resolutely fell backward, the blade would plunge into his body, and with his body heat and blood, it would gradually melt, turning into water, blending with the blood. Naturally, no one would ever notice. And just like that, the mystery of the locked room is solved. After all, it was something the victim did to himself, right from the inside. My love, you truly are brilliant. My love, you truly are brilliant. Going to such great lengths. This was definitely no ordinary suicide. As a provincial governor, why would he choose such a bizarre and complicated way to end his own life? And why make it look like a homicide, just to lure people into investigating? But that is not something a young couple like us should be digging into. Maybe he was cornered with some secrets that forced his hand, or maybe he wanted to use his death to frame his enemies. In any case, that is a headache for the High Court, and your brother to deal with. My love. Your husband just thought of something. What is it? Big brother is so hot-headed, and acts purely on emotion. He'd throw everything away for a woman. If he inherits the Marquis' estate in the future, what will happen to our side of the family? If Big Brother, in the future, what kind of massive blunder did they make, to drag the entire Marquis' manor down to ruin? With a nobody like me, a second-born son with no official title, I'm afraid I wouldn't even be able to protect my own parents, or even you. I just wanted to keep things simple. Lie back, watch the drama, and pamper my wife. Why does it have to be so hard? My dear, I suddenly feel that this imperial exam is something I absolutely have to take. I will always be right here by your side, my love, no matter what lies ahead. If you can manage to finish the lessons I set for you every day, for 10 days in a row, I will deliver the reward I promised you earlier. What do you think, my love? I'll study. There is nothing your husband loves more than studying, and it is absolutely not for my dear wife's reward. Then I shall look forward to it. My dear, why are you here all by yourself? While it is quiet this afternoon, I wanted to look over the account books mother handed to me yesterday. Our second branch's wealth is actually much greater than I expected. We have 6 shops in the capital, 3 estates on the outskirts, 2 warehouses in the south, and even shares in 2 maritime trading ships. We are that rich? Then I don't. My dear. Does that mean I can go right back to slacking off? My love, have you forgotten who was in the study just the day before yesterday, vowing so solemnly that they would win an official title to protect our second household? My reward isn't something I can just give myself, my lord. You are right, my dear. Your husband will report to the Imperial Academy tomorrow. But today, let me first accompany my dear wife to enjoy the autumn scenery. Where is the heir? Answering Lord Marquis. There is still no movement from the heir's courtyard. This subordinate went to summon him earlier, but the courtyard gates were tightly shut. The servants inside said, the heir has not yet risen. Go tell Pei Siling. Within 15 minutes, I expect to see him at the Yenwu court. What is all the noise? It is not even dawn yet. Brother Siling. It seems to be coming from father's side. Ignore them. Father is just too strict. Let me sleep a bit longer. Heir, the Lord Marquis has issued an order. You must head to the Yenwu court immediately. The Lord Marquis said, if the heir refuses to get up, we are to tie you up and bring you there. We are only following orders, so please forgive us. How dare you? Father. Pick it up. Take a good look at yourself. Look at what you have become. Disgracing our family's reputation, and bringing shame upon the Marquis mansion. Your second fault, overindulging in lust after your wedding, and bringing shame upon the Marquis mansion. Your second fault, overindulging in lust after your wedding, drowning yourself in women's charms, and neglecting your martial arts training. Your third fault, slacking off on morning training, and showing absolute disrespect to your elders. Starting from today, every day at 5:45 in the morning, be there on time. Train at the martial arts arena for 4 hours. Every afternoon, go kneel in the ancestral hall for 2 hours, to reflect on your mistakes. And starting this very moment, you are not allowed to step foot inside the heir's courtyard. Not even a single step. Father. What? Can't bear to leave her. Your son obeys. The Marquis has decreed, while the heir is reflecting on his mistakes, he is not to take a single step into the concubine's courtyard. And concubine, please keep to your place. I can't smash this. If I break it, the Marquis's household won't buy me a replacement. A child. That is my greatest hope. In my past life, there was good news of a pregnancy in just 3 months. In this life, I snatched this marriage for myself, so the eldest son should be mine too. But that old fossil, the Marquis of Wei Yuan, with his stupid ban, I can't even see him anymore. This is delicious. I'm so glad you like it. I will have them bring some to your courtyard every day. Juana, I'm so glad you like it. I will have them bring some to your courtyard every day. Juana, you have no idea how happy your mother is right now. Xijing has always been so lazy and aimless since he was young, but now that he's willing to work hard and apply himself, the heavy weight in my heart has finally been lifted. It's all thanks to you guiding him. Xijing is truly blessed to have married you. It's a blessing he must have earned over several lifetimes. Take a look and see which one you like. Take whatever you want. You can even take them all. Mother, these are far too precious. Jewelry is meant to be worn, isn't it? Since I'm giving this to you, just take it. When you go out to socialize in the future, you'll need a few pieces to keep up appearances. Mother, you are spending too much on me. What do you mean, spending too much? Our family might not have much else, but we certainly have plenty of money. In any case, now that you've married into our family, I can't promise you anything else, but when it comes to money and expenses, I will never let you feel the slightest bit mistreated, although it's not polite to talk behind people's backs, especially about that Shen Ningyue. Doesn't she just love to show off? Juana, you must wear these from now on, and let her see once and for all, what real wealth and backing look like. You are exceptionally diligent today, husband. Since my father-in-law and brother-in-law went to the trouble of sending these, I must study them with all my heart. With you working so hard, husband, your knowledge will surely grow day by day. Naturally, I must study them with all my heart. With you working so hard, husband, your knowledge will surely grow day by day. In my opinion, if things continue like this, by the time of the next spring exams, you will surely stand out, husband, and see your name on the honors list. Of course, just look at who I am. My dear wife, it seems I haven't even qualified as a candidate scholar yet. Have you forgotten, husband, in our great Qian dynasty's imperial exams, aside from the regular path, and there's also the privilege of ancestral patronage, the Wei Yuan Marquis estate has inherited their title for generations, making them a highly distinguished family. By imperial regulations, the sons of the Marquis house are eligible to study at the Imperial Academy, and directly take the metropolitan exam, without having to go through the 3 grueling levels of preliminary exams. This. You mean they can completely bypass all those levels of exams? Exactly. Just the day before yesterday, father already wrote to the Marquis estate to bring this up. In a few days, my dear husband, you will be able to enter the Imperial Academy. Zhao Zihuan, you are pushing me too far. So what? Are the girls at the Drunken Moon Pavilion raised by your family? Just because you booked her, doesn't mean I can't do the same. Yenna was already my woman. You knew that very well, yet you deliberately booked her for an entire month. If this isn't a deliberate slap in my face in public, then what is? When Miss Yenna first debuted, she was a pure courtesan who only performed music. When did she ever become your woman? Did that only happen in your dreams? His stance is so weak, he's relying entirely on brute force. The guy on the left, what kind of skill is pulling hair? He's relying entirely on brute force. The guy on the left, what kind of skill is pulling hair? His right hand clearly had a perfect opening to strike his ribs, and the guy on the right is no better. He's already pinned to the ground, yet all he can think about is protecting his face. Drive your knee up. Exactly, that's his Achilles heel. Hey brother, care for some? They're freshly roasted, 5-spice flavor. Smells amazing. I am Pei Zijing. May I ask your name, brother? Huang Yu. Ah, so it is brother Huang. It is an honor. This man's posture and bearing are definitely not those of an ordinary student. That plain green student robe, worn on him, doesn't look cheap at all. Instead, there is a natural, understated nobility to it. Most importantly, the way he looks at people isn't some deliberately put on arrogance. Rather, it is a deeply ingrained habit, down in his very bones, of looking down on others. The aura of a true ruler. His aura is even stronger than that of my own uncle, Lord Wei Yuan. His surname is Huang. Could he be some noble traveling incognito? Isn't that how it always goes in novels? Whenever princes and lords go out, their fake name is always either Huang or Wang. We can enjoy the drama together and share some melon seeds. But I must not get too close to him. Instructor Lin is here. Brother Huang, watching this strange spectacle with you today was truly amusing, but unfortunately, it is getting late, and I still need to go and study the syllabus. Was truly amusing, but unfortunately, it is getting late, and I still need to go and study the syllabus. Well, I'll head out first then. Pei Zijing. He is certainly more interesting than I expected. Pei Zijing. I'll remember that name. The Imperial Academy really is a goldmine for gossip. It's probably best to keep my distance from that brother Huang. These days, anything associated with the royal family is always trouble. As for me, I'd better just focus on enjoying the gossip, studying hard, and going home to pamper my wife. Examining into antiquity, we find the Emperor Yao was styled Fengshuan. He was reverent, intelligent, accomplished, thoughtful, and composed. He was truly modest and capable of yielding. His virtue shone to the 4 corners of the earth, reaching high to heaven and down to earth. So this is Deqian's premier academy. Is that all? He's definitely no ordinary person, to be able to make these arrogant, snobbish noble heirs make way for him on their own. Either his rank is so high that even their fathers are terrified of him, or he's someone who doesn't have to care about what their fathers think at all. Brother Huang, is this seat taken? Brother Huang, this porridge looks quite plain. I've gotten used to it. So, where are you from, Brother Huang? Your accent doesn't sound like you're from the capital. My family's originally from the north, but we moved to the capital when I was a child, and we've lived here ever since. Every single sentence is perfectly fine, but put them together, and he's revealed absolutely nothing. This Brother Huang's social defense is a solid 10 out of 10. The North is nice, unlike the capital, where people have way too many schemes and hidden motives. You, on the other hand, don't seem like the type who would mind a little plotting. Brother Huang, you are quite mistaken. I'm the kind of person who absolutely hates trouble. Whenever I run into anything complicated, I always steer clear of it. But can you really steer clear of it? Brother Huang, what you just said, it actually reminds me of a saying. What saying is that? The great affairs of the world roll on like a mighty tide. Those who go with it prosper, and those who oppose it perish. But as for me, I'm just an ordinary guy who wants to eat well, and sleep well. Those great affairs have absolutely nothing to do with me. An ordinary person wouldn't be sitting in the Imperial Academy, munching on melon seeds while watching everyone, and then offering those seeds to complete strangers. Well, true. It's all about the spirit of sharing. Joy shared is joy doubled, right? You can't even hold the bow steady. How do you expect to hit anything? You know how to shoot. You know how to shoot. Gosh, why do you walk so quietly? If you know how, why don't you go and give it a try? Why is someone from the civil division trying to show off? He probably can't even pull the bow back. Not bad, right? At least I didn't embarrass the civil division. You know martial arts, just a little. When I was a kid, my family hired a few instructors to teach me for a few years, but then I found it too tiring, so I stopped practicing. So now, this is about all I can do. At least I haven't forgotten everything. Brother Huang, who exactly are you? What do you think? Based on my years of watching drama and matchmaking, and my years of experience reading people, I'd say you're at least a prince. Or maybe even an imperial prince. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to pry into your business. I'm just curious, that's all. For someone as introverted as you, there really aren't many people you get along with. What a coincidence. The number of people I actually care to talk to isn't that large either. Billionaire, at today's flower viewing party, noble young ladies from all the prominent families will gather. Make sure to watch and listen more, but speak less. If anyone catches your eye, take note of her name, and let me know when you get back. As for those flashy, scheming girls with wicked intentions, make sure you stay far away from them. I understand, mother. My dear, about this flower viewing party, there are bound to be plenty of young gentlemen and ladies there, right? Wherever there's a crowd, gossip and drama are never far behind. And where there's drama, my love, this flower viewing party is probably not as simple as just admiring flowers. Princess Anha, Li Chanying, and the ninth prince, Li Qinlu, are actually fraternal twins. They just turned 16 this year. This flower viewing party, on the surface, is to admire autumn chrysanthemums, and taste the new wine. But in truth, it is to select a consort for the princess, and a primary wife for the prince. But since we are already married, why were we still invited? Young married couples are also on the guest list. Besides, this is a rare opportunity to socialize. If you can, at this flower viewing party, showcase some of your talent and character, and leave a good impression on the royals, it will surely benefit us in the future. You are absolutely right, my love. Then I will do my best not to embarrass myself when the time comes. I'm heading out now, my love. Just relax and enjoy chatting with the other ladies. If you hear any interesting gossip, you can tell me all about it when we get back tonight. You too, husband, don't just stand there watching the drama, and forget what we came here to do. Don't worry. Your husband will certainly put on a good show. And forget what we came here to do. Don't worry. Your husband will certainly put on a good show. Sister Juan, you're finally here. I've missed you so much. You're so grown up, yet you still act like such a child. But I really missed you. Ever since you got married, we haven't seen each other in nearly 2 months. Let me look at our beautiful lady Shen. Did you gain or lose weight after getting married? Sister Juan, I heard all about it. That Marquis Wei Yuan's family is absolutely shameless. And that half-sister of yours, what a vile couple. They forced you to marry into the second branch. I've never met Pei Zijing. But I heard, he's nothing more than a very ordinary, young master of the Marquis' manor. Sister, with your extraordinary beauty and grace, marrying him is like a precious pearl covered in dust. Tiana. Don't say such things ever again. Sister. It really is true. A married sister is like spilled water. My heart is completely broken. You'll have to make it up to me somehow. Here, is this enough of an apology? Sister, this is far too valuable. I can't accept this. Keep it. I have plenty of things like this. My mother-in-law gave them all to me. She always says I'm young, and should dress up more, so she stuffed my jewelry box full. I can't possibly wear all of it by myself. Sister Juan, your mother-in-law treats you so well. Princess Anha has arrived. Greetings, Your Highness. Princess Anha has arrived. Greetings, Your Highness. The autumn sun is absolutely beautiful today, and the scent of chrysanthemums lingers in the air. I have invited you, my sisters, to join me in enjoying them. Please, there is no need to be formal. Just think of this as a simple family gathering. Status, appearance, talent, and character. Each one is absolutely top tier. She is the perfect candidate. It is just a shame she is already married, and married to none other than the second branch of the family, born to a concubine, living furthest from the capital. My imperial brother, Li Qinglu, has a temperament that is far too gentle. If his princess consort were to be an equally naive and innocent woman, I am afraid that in the future, he wouldn't even be able to manage his own estate, and keep it from falling apart. My imperial brother needs someone who can hold things together, and command absolute authority as his princess consort. A daughter of a military general might actually be his best option. A bunch of hypocrites chasing empty fame. The ninth prince has arrived. Greetings, Your Highness. You may rise. It is a crisp and beautiful autumn day today, and the chrysanthemums are in full bloom. This should be a pleasant and relaxing time, so please do not feel constrained by my presence. Please, just enjoy yourselves. So please do not feel constrained by my presence. Please, just enjoy yourselves. Your Highness, is it, once again? That time of the month, when the symptoms are bad. This is exactly how they look. But Li Qingyu is a prince. How could a prince? Could this ninth prince actually be a princess? Congenital pseudo-hermaphroditism, ancient midwives, judging purely by sight. It's not impossible for them to make a mistake. What if the one they misjudged was a prince? Replying to Your Highness, that gentleman is from the Marquis of Jinyuan's estate, the young master of the second branch of the family, Pei Zijing. Pei Zijing. I can't look. I absolutely cannot look anymore. This secret is way too big. The kind of big that gets my head chopped off. I can't breathe a word of this to anyone, not even my wife. At least, not before I figure out the entire truth. I must not say a single word. The most urgent thing right now is to play dumb. Act even dumber than I usually do. So that's how it is. It turns out the ninth prince isn't actually a prince. At least, not entirely. And this secret has been discovered by my own husband. Husband, you must be exhausted today. I'm alright, it's just that there were too many people, and it was a bit noisy. Then let's go back and get you some proper rest. I had the kitchen prepare some sweet white fungus soup. It should be ready just as we get back. My dear, I am so lucky to have you. When I was 13, I felt that abdominal pain for the very first time. The imperial doctors examined me countless times, and the prescriptions they wrote could have filled half my study. Yet, not a single one of them could tell me the cause. And I, so cautiously, hid this secret for 16 years. This body of mine, which is so utterly incompatible with my identity as a prince, those quiet, dull pains that visit me every single month, the truth that even my most trusted servants have never been allowed to glimpse, was today, in that quiet corner of the waterside pavilion, reflected in that young man's eyes. I actually saw a trace of true insight. What on earth did you see? If someone could truly see through it all, perhaps it wouldn't be a bad thing. Juana, these are the ledgers for our second branch over the years. 6 shops in the capital, 3 estates outside the city, 2 trading markets in the south, and shares in 2 maritime trading vessels. I'm getting old now, and I just can't manage all this anymore. From now on, I'm handing them over to you. Please don't worry, Mother. I will do my absolute best to manage everything. I was just reviewing them, and the accounts for the silk shop on East Street seem a bit off. The accounts for the silk shop on East Street seem a bit off. What's off about them? Last month, they purchased 300 rolls of lake silk, and the ledger recorded the price at 3 taels and 6 mace per roll. But a few days ago, when I visited my parents' home with my husband, we passed by the South Market. I heard that the wholesale price for lake silk is only 2 taels and 8 mace. Between the two, there is a difference of 8 mace of silver per roll. The total shortfall comes to 240 taels. The manager of that silk shop is a trusted old servant from my maiden family. I have always treated him so well. How dare he? Please, calm down, mother. It might not be embezzlement. It is also possible that the purchase price simply fluctuated. I would like to pay a visit to the shop myself, to find out exactly what happened before we reach any conclusions. Welcome, second young mistress. What brings you to our shop today? Uncle Lou, for our second branch. Just how many years have you been working here? Yes, second young mistress. In the blink of an eye, it's been 23 years. Ever since before Madame married into the Marquis's manor, I have been working in Madame's family shop. 23 years. Then we are family. Uncle Lou, have you run into any trouble lately? And no. No trouble at all. Business at the shop is doing very well. Please rest assured, Madame and second young mistress. Uncle Lou, your son owes money to a gambling house. I know about it. Second young mistress. I was desperate. I had no choice. That boy owes 300 taels of silver. The people from the gambling den said if he doesn't pay up, they will chop off his hand. I lost my mind for a moment, and tampered with the ledger. I only took the price difference, and tampered with the ledger. I only took the price difference. I swear I didn't steal a single penny more. Please stand up. The floor is cold. How much does he owe? With principal and interest. F5, 500 taels. Here is 500 taels. Take it and clear your son's gambling debt. Also, starting next month, your monthly pay will be docked by 30%, until the deficit in the ledger is fully paid back. As for whether you stay or leave, that depends entirely on whether you are still willing to work for our second branch. Second young mistress, you are so merciful. From now on, my life belongs to the second branch. I pledge my loyalty to you to the death. Uncle Lou, you have been with our second branch for 23 years. We are family. If you ever run into trouble again in the future, just come straight to me. Brother Huang, tell me, do you think the tutors at the Imperial Academy have a screw loose? If they're teaching the book of documents, then just teach it. But no, they just have to overanalyze every little thing for some profound meaning. Something that could be explained clearly in a single sentence. They just have to go in 18 different circles to say it. I almost thought I was in a politics class. A politics class? I mean, a state policy class. Yeah, a state policy class. By the way, Brother Huang, have you heard? The legitimate daughter of the General of the North came to audit classes at the Literature Academy today. I heard she's quite beautiful. Actually, scratch that, I heard her martial arts are incredible. She learned her spear technique from her father, the General of the North. She handles that silver spear of hers with absolute power. Are you interested? No, no, no. I'm a married man. You've met my wife before. She's gorgeous and incredibly smart. She even manages the household and keeps the books. She's the only one for me in this lifetime. She even manages the household and keeps the books. She's the only one for me in this lifetime. I'm just here for the gossip. Strictly for the gossip. My dear, your husband made a friend at the Imperial Academy. What kind of friend? He says his name is Huang Yu, but 9 times out of 10, that's not his real surname. Why do you guess that, husband? The aura around him is even more powerful than uncle's, and those noble kids give him a wide berth when they see him. Surnamed Huang. Huang. There is a good chance he's a prince, or perhaps a royal lord. What do you plan to do, husband? Nothing at all. I'll just treat him as an ordinary friend. He came to the Imperial Academy, probably just to experience a normal life. I'll just pretend I have no idea. It's not like I plan on riding his coattails anyway. You are doing the right thing, husband. With certain relationships, keeping them not too close, yet not too distant, neither trying to flatter them nor pushing them away. That is always the best distance to keep. Oh, by the way, wife, have you heard any gossip from your friends, or caught wind of any rumors, specifically, about the 9th prince? Why do you suddenly ask about Lord 9, husband? We just crossed paths once at the flower viewing festival, and I can't help but feel that the 9th prince is a bit off. Never mind that he looks so feminine, but the way he walks and speaks is more like a princess than an actual princess. And then there was his stomach pain, that expression on his face, and the way he kept clutching his lower belly. And then there was his stomach pain, that expression on his face, and the way he kept clutching his lower belly. If you feel something is off, husband, please keep it to yourself for now. There are some things where the fewer people who know, the better. You're right, wife. Let's not mention this again for now. Our monthly allowance is only 20 taels. In a grand place like the Marquis's manor, what can 20 taels even buy? We can't look cheap when tipping the servants. Our makeup can't be poor quality. and we always need to buy a few new clothes and jewels. Yet every time we attend a family banquet, standing next to Shen Ninghuan, I look just like a beggar. My period came as usual this month. Shen Ninghuan, the glory you had in your past life, was supposed to be mine in this lifetime. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't. Lower your spear. The transfer order has been issued. Report to the Northern Territory in 3 days. You will serve under General Jinbei, as a centurion. Your son accepts the command. The Northern Territory is a harsh and bitter place. It's nothing like the prosperity of Xinjiang. Take care of yourself. Please, let him know I'm here. Just say Ningyue is here to see him. Mistress Shen, the heir has given strict orders, not to see anyone. It's just a few words. I will leave right after. I can't. The Marquis has issued an order, and I wouldn't dare disobey. I can't. The Marquis has issued an order, and I wouldn't dare disobey. My dear, do you think my brother going to the Northern Territory is a good thing or a bad thing? What do you think, husband? Gaining experience in the army is a good thing, even though the Northern Territory is harsh. General Jinbei runs a very tight ship. It's a good place for him. If my brother can truly settle down and focus, he might actually make a name for himself. But what? Just that, if he really builds a future for himself in the army, and makes something of himself, when he returns to the Marquis' estate in the future, Shen Ningyue might actually rise in status through her child. By then, will our branch's situation become even more difficult? Are you afraid, husband? What is there to fear? I have you, my wife, not to mention a mind full of knowledge ready to make me the top scholar, even if I haven't finished studying all of it yet. Just focus on your studies, husband. Leave everything else to me. Just come back alive. Big brother went to the northern border. Shen Ningyue, that ticking time bomb, has had her fuse temporarily defused. Father and mother are in good health, and my wife manages our home beautifully. As for me, my studies aren't too bad. I have about a 60% chance of passing the imperial exams. It seems like everything is heading in a good direction. Not bad. I'm now one tiny step closer to that ultimate item, worth 100,000 points. Second young master, someone from the palace has arrived. They want you to go to the front hall immediately. They said the 9th prince requests your presence. Understood, I'll head over right away. Second young master Pei, the 9th prince requests your presence. Please enter the palace immediately. May I ask, eunuch, why His Highness summons me so late at night, and what this is about? He simply wishes to catch up with you, second young master. Since His Highness has summoned me, I must naturally obey. Please allow me to change my clothes first. His Highness specifically instructed that you should just dress casually. Go and tell the second young mistress that I am heading into the palace. If I am not back before dawn, tell her to find Huang Yu. If I do not return before dawn, tell him to find Huang Yu. His Highness is waiting inside. Please, second young master. Second young master Pei, inviting you here so late at night. I hope you will forgive the intrusion. Being summoned by your highness is my absolute honor. Sit. No need for formalities. Tonight, I just wanted someone to talk to. That day at the flower festival, you kept watching me. Your highness's grace is unmatched. Everyone present could not take their eyes off you. I was merely one of many. No, others look at me as a prince. But what were you looking at? Something else entirely. Your highness is overthinking. I was merely, no need to explain. Tonight, I called you here. Not to punish you. For 16 years, no one has ever noticed. Those old men at the Imperial Academy took my pulse countless times, and wrote a room full of prescriptions. That day when my stomach pain flared up, the look in your eyes was not worry, nor was it fear. The look in your eyes was not worry, Nor was it fear, it was recognition, as if you have seen a similar situation before. Or perhaps, someone like me. Your Highness is 16 years old. Since the age of 13, you have suffered monthly stomach pains. When it flares up, you experience chills, and cold sweats, the paleness of your complexion. Taking medicine can temporarily ease it, but it cannot cure it. The imperial physicians couldn't find the cause, because, from the very beginning, they were looking in the wrong direction. They were looking for an illness in a prince, but they had no idea that it is actually a woman's. The monthly abdominal pain, the sharp cramps, the extreme sensitivity to cold. If these symptoms were found in a woman, they would be completely ordinary. How did you find out? Your Highness's Adam's apple. A 16-year-old man would already have a prominent, visible Adam's apple, but your neck is completely smooth. And the pain you hold back on your face is exactly like what a woman goes through during her monthly cycle. Then, do you know what this means? I do not know, Your Highness, nor do I dare to jump to conclusions, whether Your Highness is a man, suffering from a woman's affliction, or if there was a mistake about your gender, from the very moment you were born. That would require a much deeper examination, to be certain, but there is one thing I am absolutely sure of. Your Highness is not alone. The secret you have kept hidden all these years, I will never speak of it, not a single word. Do you know? For so many years, I haven't even dared to look in the mirror. My mother passed away early. My brothers and sisters all have people to rely on, while I am just a lonely island in this palace. Your Highness is not a monster, no matter what the truth is. It is not your fault, Your Highness. Do you know why I asked you to come here tonight? I do not know, Your Highness, because I'm just so tired, keeping this secret all by myself, for 16 years. I just wanted to find someone to tell, even if only once. Even if it only brings despair. If Your Highness is worried I might leak your secret, there is absolutely no need, because I have a secret of my own, too. In my past life, or rather, my previous life, I was actually from another world. In that world, I was a programmer. You know, basically someone who stares at a computer screen all day, writing code. But then, I choked on some watermelon and died, which is how I ended up transmigrating to Dakian. So, you see, Your Highness, I'm not just trying to comfort you. I truly believe that you are not a monster. You really are a strange one. I will take that as a compliment. Brother Huang. No, that's not right. Pei Zijing, pay my respects to. Just call me Brother Huang. It sounds more natural. You really hid yourself well, Brother Huang. You're no open book either. Swordsmanship so precise it could strike from 100 paces. The skills of a martial arts master. And being able to get my imperial brother, who never gets close to anyone, to summon you late at night. All this from an ordinary guy who just wants to stay out of trouble. What did he say to you? I cannot say, Your Highness. I gave His Highness my word. Never mind then. But remember this, he is my brother, no matter what secrets he carries. He is still my brother. I understand, Your Highness. I'm back. My love, do you already know everything? I know some of it. Ever since the day of the flower viewing festival, I already knew. You must have realized it too, husband. That the 9th prince might not actually be a prince, or rather, he was born with 2 different bodies. There was a mix-up when he was delivered. For 16 years, he has been living as a prince. But the pain he has gone through, no one knows. My love, I promise to keep his secret. This matter could bring a lot of trouble. It might even bring danger to our second household. But I couldn't refuse him. He has been carrying this alone for 16 years, even if he were a stranger. You did the right thing, husband. Some things, even if we know there are risks, if we choose not to do them, we wouldn't be true to ourselves. My love. I'm so glad I have you. Brother Huang. I suppose I should still call you Brother Huang. When I ran into you in the palace that night, I was wondering, when you realized that I knew. I didn't know at first. But then, you asked me about my identity. I knew all along you were testing me. Then why didn't you call me out on it? Because you were being honest, by telling me straight up that you had no interest in riding my coattails. Those who can face power, without bowing and scraping, are few and far between. and those who are willing to share their melon seeds with a complete stranger, and offer such honest judgments of people, they are even rarer. Are you praising me, Brother Huang? As for my imperial brother, no matter what he told you, I hope you will truly keep his secret safe. Rest assured, Brother Huang, I gave His Highness my word, and I never break a promise. Besides, if I ever dared to go back on it, my wife would be the first to make me pay. My dear. What if I fail the exam? What if I really fail? What should I do? Then you just take it again, and if I fail again? Then we won't bother with it anymore. We still have the inheritance from the second branch to live off of. We won't starve. True. We've got the money anyway. Worst case scenario, I'll just go home and inherit the family fortune. No, wait, I'll be inheriting my wife's fortune. As long as you remember that, dear. My son, lately, at the Imperial Academy, has there been any news? To answer you, father, everything is as usual, but there are a few promising talents in the civil division. In the military division, the legitimate daughter of the General of the North is making rapid progress. Her mastery of the silver spear already shows shades of her father's true genius. MMH. I heard that recently, at the Imperial Academy, you've been getting quite close with someone named Pei Zijing. A while back, there was that ridiculous mix-up with the wedding. That was him. Shen Ninghuan. Is she the girl who, at 12 years old, at the Empress Dowager's birthday banquet, played Spring River on a Moonlit Night? The girl who played Spring River on a Moonlit Night. Yes. Well, anyone who catches the eye of that Shen girl shouldn't be too bad. Very well. It is rare for you to make a friend, so I won't interfere. However, do not forget your status. Your son understands. He's finally here. I have a friend who specializes in treating rare and complex illnesses. If your highness is willing, I can arrange an introduction. Pei Zijing, if you can truly pull this off, this prince will owe you a massive favor. Back in my past life when I was a corporate slave, I never had this kind of luxury. But in this life, I married a wife who can read minds. It is literally like having a cheat code. Husband, you woke up quite early today. The cold woke me up. This year, winter has arrived. Unusually early. This year, winter has arrived. Unusually early. I heard from your father that at the northern border, heavy snow has already started to fall. Eldest brother is out there in the north. I wonder how he's doing. The Marquis mentioned yesterday that he has already arrived under the command of the General of the North. All is well. It is just that the northern border is bitterly cold, and it even freezes inside the tents. He might have been a bit of a scoundrel in the past, but he is still my big brother. My lord, you do not need to worry too much. The General of the North runs a tight ship. With my big brother over there, suffering a little might not be a bad thing. A man must weather some storms to grow into a towering tree. Today's essay topic is on border threats and garrison farming. You have a time limit of 4 hours. Everyone must submit an essay. This is practically tailor-made for me. Pei Zijing. Your essay has solid arguments and impressive insights. Do you have any relatives serving in the military? To answer you, master, my uncle is Pei Fucheng, the Marquis of Weiyuan. My older brother is also currently serving under the General of the North at the northern border. No wonder this essay gets an A grade. I heard your essay got an A grade. It is all thanks to your excellent teaching, master. Regarding border threats and garrison farming, I proposed an idea of shifting from passive defense to active management. At the northern border over the years, the imperial court has spent more and more on military expenses, but with very little return. The nomads come and go like the wind, hitting and running. The border army cannot catch them, nor can they hold the line. Every winter, many soldiers even freeze to death. Your garrison farming policy, is it to turn the border army into self-sufficient, armed peasants? You really are incredibly knowledgeable, Brother Huang, but that's all just on paper. In practice, allocating the farmland, managing the military households, and coordinating the harvests with military supplies. You know, Brother Huang, you're the first person I've ever met in this world who can actually talk about these things with me. Same here. Second young mistress. Madam, had someone bring this over this morning. She said a new batch of pearls just arrived from Chuanzhou. She picked out 2 of the largest ones for you to have sent into your jewelry. How is that fair? She has absolutely everything, while I can't even afford to have new clothes made. I'm scraping by just to get a proper winter coat. Pei Siling, when on earth are you coming back? When will this misery finally end? When will this ever end? Yuan Bao, if you have something to say, just say it. Second young master. Young Master Huang sent someone over with this. He said it's a winter solstice gift for you. This bow is made of genuine ox horn and reflex wood. The string is woven from silver wire. It must have cost at least 500 taels. Yes, indeed. I really owe him a huge favor now. But maybe that's a good thing. Owing favors is how friendships are built. Since we are friends, there's no need to keep such strict accounts. Imperial brother, you look much better lately. Did that man, Pei, actually give you some kind of miracle cure? Don't be ridiculous. He simply did me a favor. What kind of favor? I can't say. My royal brother indeed seems a lot more cheerful now. 9th. How is your health lately? Are you still taking medicine from the imperial physicians? To answer imperial father, I am still taking medicine from the imperial physicians. To answer imperial father, your son's health is quite alright. I am still using the prescription from the imperial physicians. However, lately, I seem to have gotten a bit better. The flare-ups are less frequent than before. That is good. If you feel unwell, be sure to speak up. Your mother consort passed away early. If I cannot even take good care of you and Chaining, I will not know how to face her when we meet in the afterlife. Pei Zijing, that bow you owe me is worth far more than 500 taels of silver. What you owe me is helping my brother find the light to live again. That bow was just the beginning. I will remember this favor. What do you think? In that last move, the turning spear thrust, your waist and stance weren't stable enough. Your center of gravity was off by 30% when you turned. If it were real combat, this slight deviation would be enough for the enemy to find a weakness. Then why don't you give it a try? No one has ever dared to nitpick like this before. Excellent spear play, but compared to me, you're still a bit lacking. Indeed, it is still a bit lacking. This spear style carries the deadly aura of the battlefield. She is like a red plum blooming in the snow. My lady, who wrote these questions? Husband, your guess is correct. It was indeed father who wrote them. You have worked hard, husband. You have been studying too hard lately, and have lost a lot of weight. Once the new year passes, it will be time for the spring examinations. Husband, are you ready? I feel there is an 80% chance. 60%. My love, how do you know there is an 80% chance? My love. Once the spring exam is over, I will take you outside the city to see the peach blossoms. I heard that the peach orchard east of the city blooms beautifully in the spring. Alright, I will be waiting. I can hear all of his inner thoughts. But I won't say a word. Here, this is for you, Brother Huang. Isn't this a bit too valuable? You will have a use for it. I will remember this kindness. The spring exam. I must pass it. If you don't pass, don't even think about coming to the Imperial Academy. You'll embarrass me. Brother Huang, once I pass, I will treat you to braised pork. It's your treat. Let's go. We still have plenty of books to study at home. This prince sure is stubborn. This prince sure is stubborn. Pei Siling has already been promoted to deputy centurion. The general of the north thinks highly of him. He even met a girl who is great at martial arts and has a cheerful personality. Who else could it be? Su Zhaoyue. In her past life, she married a general of Shu. In this life, everything is different. All the threads of fate are tangled up now. Pei Siling is mine. I spent so much effort to steal him. I will never let him go. Never. My love. What if I fail the exam? Then you will just take it again. I am being serious. What if I am simply not cut out for this? Half a year ago, I was still just a total slacker. And now, I am about to sit for the spring exams. Husband. Half a year ago, you were still just in a tea house, an idle young master, cracking melon seeds and listening to gossip. But half a year later, you are the man who can write top-grade policy essays, who can hit a bullseye from 100 paces, and make even the royal princes eagerly seek to befriend you. That is who you are, Pei Zijing. You have already come so far. Tomorrow, no matter what the results are, your wife will be so proud of you, my husband. You are too good to me, my wife. Your wife will be so proud of you, my husband. You are too good to me, my wife. So good that I feel like I'm dreaming. This is not a dream. Your wife is real, and I am right here by your side. With you here, my wife, I am not afraid of anything. Where is Jinger? Where is my Jinger? Why can't I see him? Please don't worry, mother. My husband has already gone inside. Today is the day of the spring exams. Half a year of preparation all comes down to this one shot. My wife. Wait for me to return. Imperial brother, didn't you say you were just coming out to get some fresh air? So how did you end up getting fresh air all the way at the examination hall? It was on the way. From the palace to the examination hall, you took a detour through half the capital, and you call that on the way? I hope you passed the exam. Imperial brother, you've changed. Investigate the nature of things, and knowledge will follow. Attain true knowledge, and the intent becomes sincere. The knowledge in my head is automatically connecting. Everything I accumulated over this past half year will finally be put to good use today. My wife. Wait for me to return. Husband, you've worked so hard. Let's head home and rest first. Let's head home first, dear. Move aside, I'm a doctor. This is the one. Pei Zijing. You saved my life. Remember to buy me dinner next time. You owe me a life. And that meal cannot cost less than 10 taels of silver. Say, second young master, here they come again. The second young master passed. He placed 23rd as a tribute scholar. The second young master is a tribute scholar. The second young master passed. He placed 23rd as a tribute scholar. The second young master is a tribute scholar. Ha 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 ha. Rewards. Everyone gets a reward. Today, in our mansion, everyone's monthly allowance will be tripled. Congratulations, my love. I knew you could do it. My dear wife, thank you for not giving up on me, when all I wanted to do was lie flat and watch the drama. Father. Brother-in-law passed. He placed 23rd as a tribute scholar. For the upcoming palace exam, if he can climb a few steps higher, securing his Jinshur degree is set in stone. I see. Send a congratulatory gift to the Marquis's estate. You draw up the gift list. Make sure it's a generous one. I understand, father. Your friend, Pei Zijing. Placed 23rd as a tribute scholar. Your friend, Pei Zijing. Placed 23rd as a tribute scholar. I have reviewed his examination paper. His essay on policy is quite insightful, especially his essay on border threats and land dedication. Pei Zijing is indeed highly talented. When I debated scholarly matters with him at the Imperial Academy, I often felt a sudden burst of enlightenment. It is rare to hear you praise anyone. Very well, I shall see for myself during the palace examination to be certain. On behalf of Pei Zijing, I thank you, father. You may withdraw. Your eyes are practically glued to that roster. Third brother, what has made you so happy? Nothing. Pei Zijing has passed the metropolitan exam, ranking 23rd. "23rd. That fellow actually made the cut." Zijing. In the past, your uncle underestimated you. You are quite right, uncle. I was merely lucky. It was not luck. If your elder brother were even half as steady as you, I wouldn't have to worry about him day and night. Look at this, everyone. This is my daughter-in-law. If it weren't for her, that slacker of mine, how could he have possibly passed the imperial examination? Huana is truly the lucky star of our second branch. No, she is the lucky star of our entire Marquis estate. My love. My love. I promised you before, that once the exams were over, I would take you to see the peach blossoms. And now, while the blossoms haven't faded, do you know, my love, in my past life, writing code on a computer, working overtime until the early hours of the morning, and only wanting to lie flat on weekends, I would never have dared to dream of this, to be able to sit under the moonlight one day, and watch the peach blossoms. My love. To think that in this life, choking to death while gossiping, and writing code, only to transmigrate here, and meet you, is, across both my lifetimes, combined, the absolute greatest luck of my life. I feel the same. Being able to marry you, my husband, I feel the same way. Being able to marry you, is the absolute best decision of my life. Your grandson, Zijing. Thanks grandmother for your years of guidance. Today, by some stroke of luck, I passed the imperial examination, and have come specifically to kowtow and show my gratitude to you, grandmother. That you can stand here today, and offer tea to your grandmother, makes me very happy, but you must remember, passing the imperial exam is merely a stepping stone. Officialdom is nothing like the inner chambers of a household. The struggles within the household are just petty, underhanded schemes among women, but the struggles of the court draw blood with every single blow. You are a clever child. I will leave you with just one piece of advice. Please speak, grandmother. Standing firm is far more important than running fast. Your grandson will keep this close to his heart, and never forget it. Good child. I know all the grievances and hardships you've suffered. From now on, in this manner, no one will ever dare to mistreat you or look down on you again. Brother Huang, wait, that's not right. I should call you Your Highness now. Your Highness, for what reason did you seek me out today? What are your commands? The assignments from the Ministry of Personnel are out. You have been assigned to the Court of Judicial Review, as a junior 7th rank case reviewer. The Court of Judicial Review, but isn't that your brother-in-law Shen Mingxuan's territory? Your father-in-law pulled some strings. I honestly thought I'd be assigned to some remote county to serve as a magistrate. You really should have started in the provinces to gain experience, but someone put in a good word for you. Who? Your Highness, I am merely a concubine son of the second branch. I was just lucky enough to pass the imperial examinations. Whether you are worth it, isn't for you to decide. It is up to the person who did all this for you. It looks like there's really no escaping this assignment. Fine, the Court of Judicial Review it is. Besides, I've always liked solving cases. That is exactly why you were assigned there. That is exactly why you were assigned there. Your Highness, are you actually worrying about me? You could have just said so directly, instead of beating around the bush like this. Reviewer pay. Today is your first day on duty. You were supposed to spend it familiarizing yourself with the files, but a bizarre case has just come up in the Southern District. A wealthy merchant named Zhou Wanjin was found dead inside a locked room in his estate. The doors and windows were all bolted from the inside, yet he was stabbed in the back. A single blow killed him. Are you willing to go and investigate? I accept the assignment, sir. Please hand the files over to me, Lord Jiang. Within 2 hours, I will definitely crack this case. I shall wait and see, then. Brother-in-law, are you really sure about this? This is only your first day. If you mess up right out of the gate, don't worry, brother. Locked room mysteries are my absolute specialty. This is my very first case. Since becoming an official, I absolutely cannot mess this up. A classic locked room mystery. It's identical to the case of the governor of Yunnan, Chen Qiming. But this is definitely not ice. When we arrived at the scene, the floor was bone dry. If it were melted ice, there would have been water stains. No. It's not blood. It's dried wine stains. The victim had been drinking before he died, and a lot of it, too. This table wasn't knocked over during a struggle. After leaving, the killer used something to wrench and snap it. Just to stage the scene. This wasn't a one-man job. There were 2 killers. Zhou Wanquan drank before he died. His wine was spiked with a sedative. While he was unconscious, one of the killers propped him up in this exact position, and fixed the hilt of the knife right here. Then, the killer shut the door and left. From the outside, using a thin wire, through the gap in the door, they slid the copper latch back into place. But this requires incredible skill. So, the killer is no ordinary person. They must have extremely nimble hands. And what about the other killer? Their job was to heat the room with a brazier, to make the scent of the sedative dissipate. You really are clever, brother-in-law. Moreover, the high temperature of the brazier would also delay rigor mortis, throwing off the coroner's estimation of the time of death. So, who do you think the killer is? Wang Fu, the butler of the Zhou estate. He embezzled at least 3,000 taels from the accounts. Zhou Zian is the son of a concubine, and he's always resented his father's favoritism toward the legitimate son. Wang Fu was terrified of being exposed, so the two of them teamed up immediately. Go. Arrest him. Yes, sir. Your father once said when he was drunk, that the entire family business would be left to your brother. You spent so many years carving seals for him, managing his business, yet in the end, you got absolutely nothing. That is why you and Wang Fu set this trap. You thought it was flawless. But you forgot one thing. What did I forget? Your father trusted you. That is why, without a single doubt, he drank the cup of wine you handed him. That is why, without a single doubt, he drank the cup of wine you handed him. I didn't mean to kill him. I just wanted him to see my worth. To finally acknowledge me. He treated me like I was invisible. I really didn't mean to kill him. I really didn't. Take him away. State in the case file that he confessed, so his sentence can be reduced. Sir, the Nanqing mystery case is solved. Both murderers, Zhou Zian and Wang Fu, have made full confessions. Ah. Officer Pei, your first triumph upon taking office has certainly made a massive impact. You flatter me, sir. I was merely putting the wisdom of my predecessors into practice. I was merely putting the wisdom of my predecessors into practice. My love, you must be exhausted today. I heard from my brother. Your very first case, solved in just 2 hours. Everyone at the court was completely in awe of you. My dear, do you know, today, in the Zhou family's secret room, while checking the blood stains, it suddenly occurred to me, if you hadn't pushed me to study, if you hadn't, day after day, stayed up with me in the study late into the night, if you hadn't, when I wanted to just give up the most, given me those little rewards to keep me going, today, when I put on these official robes, I would have felt completely unworthy. But today is different. Today, as I walked into the Dali temple, my heart was at peace. I felt absolute certainty. I know exactly what I can do, and I know exactly why I am standing here. My love, it was you who gave me this confidence. You gave me a home. You gave me a loving home. So I simply gave you a little confidence in return. It is only fair. The fiancé I once looked down upon, is now standing proud in court, wearing his official green robes, while the heir I went to such lengths to steal away, is now training soldiers in the freezing wind and snow of the north. The paths of their two lives have been completely swapped because of me. Madam, a letter has arrived from the northern border. It is from the heir, written to you. Shenning Yue. My time in the freezing north has finally made me see things clearly. I was young and impulsive back then. I dragged you down, and I hurt my family, too. You chose me. Yet I failed to protect you. Once I return, I will give you an explanation. What does he mean? Give me an explanation. Is he admitting defeat? Is he setting me free, or is it something else? What do you mean? Are you thinking about Xingjing again? I am thinking of someone I owe so much to. What you owe, must always be paid back, one way or another. Second young master, a decree has arrived from the palace. His Highness the Ninth Prince has arrived in person, and he specifically asked to see you. No need for such formalities, Lord Marquis. I came here today, to see reviewer Pei. We have some private matters to discuss. What are your orders, Your Highness? I am all ears. This is not an order. It is a token of my gratitude. Your Highness is far too kind. I am truly unworthy of such favor, but I will always remember this. If there ever comes a day, when I can ease your Highness's burdens again, I will lay down my life without hesitation. Alright. Now that our official business is out of the way, Reviewer Pei, why don't you show me the way, and let us sit down in your study for a bit? I knew it. It really is you, solving locked-room mysteries on one hand, and reading romance novels on the other. Please don't tease me, Your Highness. My wife bought these for me. To help me unwind whenever I get tired of studying. That old doctor gave me a checkup,